Man, look, shout out to all the bad bitches, I guess. You know, it is what it is. Uh, yeah.
Y'all niggas crazy.
I don't know, man. I guess I'm just more old school, man. I don't want none of you motherfuckers see what I'm doing. Because I'm going to move like I need to move. I don't want you to know where I'm going. I'm not going to tell it. I had to train my lady. Look here, we not going to be posting pictures where we at while we still where we at. That doesn't make sense to me. If I'm still in Jamaica, why are we posting pictures of Jamaica so somebody could come knock down my home? Nah, I'm not doing that shit. Cause I don't trust you, son bitches. I gotta keep my eyes on you. Make sure y'all do right. So
talk to him,
yeah,
OG.
I'm just saying, man. It's just how I roll. I don't do a lot of posting of myself, especially if I'm doing that. I'm doing it because I'm trying to promote what I got going on as far as my YouTube channel and other stuff. I'll definitely promote my son because it's just my son and he's playing ball. So just want to get him out there too. I did that especially when he was in high school. But anything else, I really don't do all that taking selfies and nothing like that. It's just
I don't care.
It's just not my style, man. But I understand why some people do it. They like to do what they do. Now, when I too, my lady, we not posting. You're not messing my meal up, and I got to lay me put my fork to my mouth because you want to take a goddamn picture. We're not doing this shit. If I don't drink, if I was a drink, you're not taking a drink of my damn shot of Woodford. No, we're not doing this, man. Let me eat in peace. Let's enjoy the atmosphere. Let's enjoy the moment. Take pictures all you want, but we ain't got to post every goddamn thing. It's not for everybody to know what you're doing. Take it in, enjoy life. How do you really enjoy it when you too busy taking pictures all the goddamn time? You can't. I don't think so. Maybe I'm just too old fashioned, though. It's just me.
All right. Go ahead, Sir Hale.
Okay. Am I better now?
Much better.
Salute to Sir Ali, to Luis, to Cloud Jones, Hink in the building, Trev Smooths, Marcus, Shannon, and the one and the only JR. Shout out to the chat. So as I was thinking about what we're talking about, it's a profound question that I think needs investigation. So here's my perspective on this. I think a lot of people use social media and need attention because so many people were neglected. If you are somewhere between 20 and 40, it is a very good chance that you didn't get the attention you needed as a child. So attention for most folks is not simply about like my picture, love it, comment, tell me how amazing I am. It's a deeper psychological, emotional, biological issue that's kind of all intertwined. So let me give an example. So let's say we've got kids, and those first 5 years, we're literally imprinting on our children, letting them know whether or not they're loved or they're protected, if they're seen, if they're important. And so if we don't give our children the attention that they need, which communicates to them that they are significant, that they're important, that they matter, on a subconscious level, we grow up seeking to get the attention we missed in our early childhood. And what we're doing is we're chasing a high, which is why you see so many people who don't get the attention have tantrums that are very identical to the tantrums that children have themselves. So while I do agree that that attention is a drug, I do think it speaks to a cultural issue that we have, that when the workforce changed and mothers were not able to, or didn't, however you want to spin it, were not able to give the children the proper attention, because you cannot have multiple children without a father and work and go to church and go to the gym and chase the bag and provide the level of emotional stability and foundation to your kids and be good. You cannot do it. So because we pushed our women to go to work and chase the bag and get the degrees, our kids are suffering because they have a deficit, and they're literally going around trying to medicate themselves from a pain that was inflicted from the wounds of their parents not paying them attention, which as a child translates as you're not important. So I think attention is a drug, but it's not a drug in the sense that people are just simply looking to get high. I think it's a drug in the sense that people are looking to medicate a pain because they feel like they genuinely don't matter. And so I think while the attention has a negative side, I do think that there are some positives that we can extrapolate in the sense that some people have found community online. like take for instance, JR. We got a chance to meet you, Shannon. I got a chance to meet him at the Black Management Conclave. One of the most coolest brothers. So you take this from a lot of us men or in young women who didn't get this growing up, getting the positive attention and attention that makes you look at yourself and want to be better is to me a benefit. It's just that so many people succumb to peer pressure and they conform to whatever's going to get the most likes, even if it comes to the detriment of who they are as a person. So I'll conclude by saying this. I think that the need for attention is not just that people have woke up one day and said, let me do this. I think big business, I think that technology, I think that the people who are behind this, they have all this research that they can target the pain of people and benefit from it. And so just like in the real world, people who are impoverished, they are a source of income for rich people. I think when it comes to attention, that people who were devoid of attention, who live at a deficit, are big bank for people who prey on the attention and create social media platforms to profit off of people's pain.
That was well said, Sir. I like that, man. Let's see, Precious in that set. Positive
We
attention.
have a social media therapist in place.
It's funny. An article just came out. I was sharing with my wife a couple years ago. I said we don't have enough data in terms of what this has done to us on a psychological level. You guys may have seen it, but I don't know if it was published by Pew Research or I forgot, but they published this. And so Meta is being sued. Now, I don't want to get too deep into this because, but they're being sued by, I think, 30 or 40 different states because of the psychological impact that it has had on children. Think about this, 30 or 40 states, it has become such a huge thing that they have taken this up in courts. I say this to say, social media filled a void that broken families created. And we all want to matter. I want to say, I forgot who said it before, but we all want to matter. Not only do we want to hear, we want to be seen, and we want to know that my existence means something, and that the sum total of my life is not just going to pay bills, going to somebody's job, coming home, going to the laundromat, get me some fast food, going back home, watching my television shows, going to church on Sunday. I want my life to be more than that. And I think that people get attention on social media and they use it to fill that void.
You made a good point. It's funny, the CEO of TikTok, and most of them, they said they children don't even have it.
Facts. That's a fact. Yep.
Children don't even allow their children to have it. And then again, if people aren't, the way the brain is, your brain is meant to think, or was created to think right. So when there is depression that's there, when it's sadness that's there, it looks to try to find ways of resetting itself to make you feel better so you can operate and think on a higher level. However, when you don't have the right coping mechanisms that's there, and what social media does, it oversaturates something, and then now it's like a need, as everybody has been talking about. It becomes a need, which is why over 70% of people that's on Facebook, according to the statistics, are depressed. They are depressed, and you just sitting there like your whole life. If you notice this, they get your woman, they get a meme. She see a meme online, she sends it to you. Right? Or your whole relationship, you probably could go on your DMs or your text messages. She probably sending you a whole bunch of memes that's online. Yeah. Or now your questions in the house. It's not really intelligent questions or intelligent conversations, but when you come home, she's asking you questions based upon what she's seen online. Not her, so she allowing social media to shape up her thoughts to ask you questions, not something coming from her within herself. She allowing something else, something artificial, to be able to guide her in her relationships. in her relationship dealing with you, and that becomes toxic. That becomes a recipe of disaster, because anything that you give too much is, excuse me, it's in the Holy Quran, it's a chapter called the food. Now, it's not talking about just physical food, but it's talking about the food that you feed your mind. And anything that you give your mind to too much, you're eating that, and it's shaping you in your actions, or how you're reacting to things and how you handle things and the whole 9 yards. So if you look at your phone and you get those updates, I got an iPhone, you know, every Sunday, if everybody got an iPhone, you get that update giving you stats on if you've been, you know, what you spending your time on when you're looking at your phone. If social media is the number one thing that you've been spending most of the time on your phone, and you see those hours out of that, it's 168 hours in a week, and you look at those hours, bruh, it's, you know, unless you really getting money off the line, that's the only probably exception to the rule, you know, because obviously that's your job. That's a full-time job if you're going to take it seriously. But most people ain't making money online.